Hello and welcome back to Weigh In, Weigh Out, the show where we weigh in on fitness topics. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm Jimmy.
And today's episode is brought to you by JM Fitness and Strength, LLC, where the athletes train. Folks, we have something unique today. We have bat wings. That's right. Check out our latest macro episode for these wonderful, surprisingly protein-dense wings. But, Mike, why are we busting out bat wings?
Well, keeping in theme, bat wings and the season, we're going to talk today about gym fears while we do our 10 sauces.
Is this a spiced Halloween episode?
Yeah, I think it is spiced. It's Halloween. It's, Gym Bro Weigh In, Weigh Out podcast.
So cool. What box is this?
Yeah, season 26 lineup here. We're gonna start off. Our first sauce is the Senor Lechuga. Only 1,200 Scoville heat units.
Okay.
I'll get myself a wing here. A bat wing. Oh gosh.
So we'll go down the line, I suppose, this way. Jimmy, what is the first gym fear you'd like to talk about?
So my first gym fear that I'd like to talk about is fear of injury. My biggest fear of injury was always revolving around squats. So typically whenever I was maxing or close to maxing, when I first started out, I literally had like a mental block for 405. I could squat 385 all the time. I feel like I got under the bar for 405 and I freaked out. And I failed it a couple different times at the bottom and had to like roll the bar over my neck or like try to hop out of it. And I was always afraid to be pinned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my fear of injury always comes from, I have a very specific fear that my knees are going to bend the wrong way during a squat, so I sympathize with that.
Curious. Definitely the fear of injury for myself. I think that's a good lead, Jimmy, because that is probably the biggest gym fear that I could think of. Because it applies to kind of all of us, not necessarily just with squats, but like any injury, because we know that it means time away from the gym. And that's what we don't want.
Exactly.
So, all right. Cheers. We're good, Alex.
What's that number 2 sauce, Mike?
The number 2 sauce is going to be, I love this one. It's called Liftoff at 5,600 Scoville heat units. A special lemongrass, galangal, and kaffir lime-infused vinegar. Wow, adds bright aromatic notes to this mild green chili sauce. Coconut sugar and other Thai aromatics and spices to round out its complex flavor.
All right.
Sounds delicious.
I'll go ahead and hit with my the next fear. My fear is fear of not progressing. I live in fear, especially with everything that happened with my corneal transplant viewers. As you know, we've been going through that whole saga.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a reality of not progressing, whether it's life or age or some injury. That was really hard to get over. But what do you guys think about not progressing?
I agree with you, and not just for like the sense that you're talking about, but even like doing a program and seeing it through and then getting to the end and like having the exact same bench press max. You know what I mean? You didn't add 5 pounds. That could be really crushing. So like the fear of not progressing is very pervasive. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. We take it a little bit two ways. Not necessarily towards the regression, which is another fear, but stagnation is a real big thing. Like Mike said, it would suck to go through 10, 12 weeks of a program, think everything's going like it's supposed to, hitting all your metrics, and then all of a sudden you go to, say, log press. Yep. And like, I got 290 before I started, and I can still only get 290 now. Like, it's a lot of time and effort put into these things that to not see the results is very, very frustrating. Agreed.
Cheers.
Oh wow, that's good.
Oh, wow.
That's super good. Folks, this is a 2 for 2 banger box so far. I know those of you that watched the 10 chest exercises, we were kind of mid on it. That's not happening here.
No. Well, all right. We got number 3 here. We got pickled garlic sriracha, always a fan favorite. 18,000 Scoville heat unit. Introducing twisting an iconic sauce. Like the original namesake, it starts with introducing sweet red ripe jalapenos, but we got a signature on it with our own pickled garlic and a splash of lime. Just right heat and quality ingredients are the name of the game with sauce number 3.
I love it.
So my fear is the fear of failure. What if I fail? And you can take this any way that you want, but I think of kind of like we were just talking about, like the fear of not progressing. The fear of what if I fail? What if I go to do a max and I don't get it? What if I go to a competition and I can't do an event? Something like that. You know what I mean? To put in all that effort, the what if I fail, the fear of failure, can also be kind of the death of sense of self. Like you gain some self-worth from your success. So if you're not successful, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we've all been there too, when whether it's a PR or being out on a comp and it doesn't go right.
Right.
And that just pit in your stomach of, my God, what happened? I prepared for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think of anxiety buildup. You put a lot of focus on something.
Yeah.
You're in it. You're ready to go, and for whatever purpose that day or that block of training just didn't go the way you wanted it to, and to not have that success factor at the end is defeating.
Yeah.
And it's hard to come back from.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, Chief.
Yes.
Another
Love it.
good one.
Whoa, that one's good.
Pickle and sriracha are just made for each other. It's like peanut butter jelly.
Pickled garlic.
So good. All right. Mike, tell me all about Elotes Loco.
Elotes Loco. 26,500 Scoville heat units. Yes, this is an elote-inspired sauce, and it tastes just like your favorite street corn. Chili de arbol and a handful of ghost peppers add slow-burning heat that starts to linger. Things are about to take a turn.
I love Elote.
Yeah.
Super good. Jimmy.
Next gym fear. I think and I touched on it a little bit, to kind of go hand in hand with stagnation would actually be the fear of regression. No matter how you really want to put that, whether it's your lifts regress backwards, so I could lift 290 now, I can only lift 285 at the end of my training block, or, if you look at body comp, going in the opposite direction of where you started, so you started at 220 or 220 pounds and now I'm down to 215 and I was supposed to be bulking. Something like that can be a really big fear that a lot of people will deal with.
Mm-hmm. And I think regression is such a part of the fitness journey. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes you have to go forward to go back. Go back to go forward. That certainly happened with me. I think a year ago, folks, when I first started Spiced, I had made the comment, Alex can squat 500 pounds, but at the time I said, no, Alex cannot squat 500 pounds. That's an important thing to recognize, too. It's a rightful fear to have, but it happens.
Yeah. I agree with what you said. Progress is not always linear. Sometimes you have those plateaus and even some valleys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the fear of regression, you put your bench on maintenance, let's say, because you really got to get your squat up, and then you go back and your bench is not actually on maintenance.
Yep.
These things happen.
Yep.
Cheers. I don't know if it's coming through in the microphones. I apologize. But these wings are so juicy.
They were marinated overnight, folks, and then marinated even more as they cooked.
It's pairing so well with the sauces, though. It's great.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That flavor of corn comes through. I'd be surprised if they didn't just use masa in that. Halfway there, Mike, what do we got?
Yes, we are coming in with the Los Calientes Rojo. We got 49,000 Scoville heat units. This is our Cali Mexi inspired and is our best selling for a reason. That makes sense.
It is
Complex notes of smoked chilies, agave, citrus, and cumin mixed with fruity habanero for an optimal balance of medium heat and flavor.
My next gym fear is the fear of not being able to go to the gym. And that,
FOMO.
oh man, and for me, it's probably a re-fear. When I was doing my recovery from my surgery, I had to not lift for 6 weeks, and you can go to the gym, but you're not really going to the gym. You're just hanging out at the gym. Those are two very different things. So taking that time off really made me appreciate the movement while it was a memory. So it's really motivating to try and keep myself healthy to still be able to go to the gym.
I would agree with you. Like I joked earlier, the fear of missing out. The fear of not going to the gym. When I was deloading pre-comp, I still went to the gym and just like hung around, and people were like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm just like spotting.
Yep.
Just like
It's my job.
a little bit of the death of sense of self too is I identify, like I get up, I have my routines, I go to the gym every morning. To change that is to change me.
I agree.
Jimmy?
Yeah. So, I mean, time off for me normally revolves around sickness, something like that. And I always fear, I guess, time off revolves around regression for me. It's like, did you put all this time and effort in, and now you're going to take a couple of days off because you're sick, or you take time off from an injury, and, backwards. You went backwards.
Potentially.
There we go. I love the sweetness of the sauce.
Mm.
It's always a good one to have in the box.
That's just a good kitchen cabinet sauce.
You know what, yeah. If that was the house sauce, I wouldn't be mad.
All right, folks, we're coming at you with a product review. Protein 2.0. We have 20 grams of protein with electrolytes. And folks, this is lemon lime. There is no fat. There is 7 grams of carbs. And again, 20 grams of protein for 90 calories.
Not bad.
That smells like lime.
It's heavier on the lime. I'm not mad about it. That is protein Sprite water.
Wow.
That's fair.
That's the best one so far of those. I'm gonna 4.5 that.
Oh, no, I love it too. And it even manages to hide that chalkiness.
Quite.
Because it's there, but I had to search for it. It
Right.
wasn't right up front. I'd agree. This is a 4.5. I would seek this out just as much as I would, if not more, maybe, if I'm short on my protein at a price.
Yeah, the 20 grams is actually pretty killer. Jimmy? Where in the
I'll give
twos?
it. No, I'll probably give it like a 3.2. I think obviously macros, everything on it is wonderful. Flavor-wise, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's like a watered Sprite. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a flat Sprite.
It's Sprite
is what
water,
I
yeah.
taste.
But
that's
Jimmy,
not
when do you drink
necessarily
flat
what
Sprite that has 20 grams of protein?
I don't. But when do I drink some flat Sprite? That's
If it has 20 grams of protein, I'll live in the McDonald's and drink the fucking cups.
Okay,
Alex.
I get it. You like it.
3.2?
it.
No, I'm
I don't.
standing on this hill. These are bat wings for the Batman. You're the Joker, sir.
Ha!
God. Mike, is there a kitty on this bottle?
There is. This is Pico Peppers Volcano. So we got 76,000 Scoville heat units, sweet and vegetal taste, roasted onions, bell peppers, habanero heat with more than this medium sauce. Habanero is featured 3 ways: fermented, roasted, and ground. Curious.
still good at vinegar. Is the leading ingredient in it. It's
Yeah.
nice.
So for my fear is going to be the fear of losing muscle. Perhaps it's taking the cut a little too far. Perhaps it's related to one of our former fears, the injury, the FOMO, not being able to get into the gym, whatever it is, but just the fear of losing muscle. You put in a lot of work, and like an artist with their sculptor or their painting, to come back and have less done than you did last time is impossible for them, but it's a very real fear for us, whereas suddenly my biceps are 1 inch smaller, whatever, my calves, you know what I mean?
I agree. Muscle is one of those things that, like, until you start working actively for it and you get past the newbie gain state of it, you don't realize that, like, there's a lot of maintenance to keep the damn thing around.
Agreed.
And it can fluctuate. Jimmy, what do you think?
Yeah, it's always, I don't do bodybuilding, but it is always one of those things. Like I'm always trying to look a little bit better, be a little bit bigger, be a little bit stronger. So, the loss or the lack of that when you're driving towards that goal would be hard for me to take.
That's fair. Cheers, fellas. That's pretty okay.
Yeah.
pretty okay.
I'm not mad about it.
I liked it.
I can't tell if it's
It's good.
that's about where I'm at. It's
Yeah.
like, it's good. I have objectively nothing bad to say about it. I think it's just hard when the first 3, especially, were so good.
Here's my thing: if you were to throw that, nothing against everything against the last box. If you were to put that in the last box, like that would be a good contender for the top sauce.
I think
It
if
would.
you had this sauce earlier in the rotation,
You would be happy.
it would be, yeah, you'd be like, oh, this is a strong start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shockingly, not a lot of heat. I did not. I tasted the heat less on that one than I did on the one.
There were some
prior.
earlier ones I would say were also spicier. Or hit me spicier. Yeah.
Mike, tell me about this Hot House hot sauce.
We have Butterfly Bakery. That's a curious name. Hot House Sauce. 131,000 Scoville heat units. We've finally broken into 6 digits here, folks. A unique blend of Serrano, Habanero, Carolina Reaper, Ghost, and Carmen peppers. Make up the base of this hot sauce. Pickle-inspired sauce from Butterfly Bakery of Vermont. Dilly delicious and deadly spicy. Dilly. Oh, okay.
Dilly, 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 dilly.
Well, don't dilly-dally, Jimmy.
What's your next fear, Jimothy?
My next fear is judgment, social anxiety.
Very good.
You know, we talked about the loss of muscle and how that makes you feel, and for me, my big thing is always going to the gym and thinking other people are negatively of me, or they're judging how I look, or they're, you know, and we talked about it numerous times. 99.9% of the time, no one really cares. They're focused on themselves. But growing up, I think I had a lot of social anxiety, and it's just kind of carried over as always being worried about maybe what someone else is thinking about you.
I think that's a good, well, not a good fear to have, but a good fear to bring up in this series because it's a fear that keeps a lot of people out of the gym.
Yep.
And that's a real shame. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy said, is that the fear of what if people look at me and, you know, don't like the way that I look or don't like what I'm doing or think that this is silly or what if I, you know, make a fool of myself and that people will watch. I watch people in the gym for safety, you know what I mean? Like if you look like you need a spot, like I'm here for you kind of a thing. But there's so many people there that, like Jimmy said, they're doing their own thing. Most people just don't care.
True. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, guys, is that there is always going to also be, well, hopefully, if your gym doesn't have a culture that fosters this, I highly recommend you find somewhere else to work out. But there will always be 3 big guys that want to see you succeed, that will look at you and go, what's up, big guy?
That look scary, but are teddy bears.
Yes. You should always find gyms that have those guys in it that want to see you succeed, no matter what it is. Cheers. Oh, I didn't like that.
Huh.
Yeah, that's got a funky taste.
That is funky.
Is that what Carmen tastes like?
I have no idea.
I've never
I get the
tasted
dill.
Carmen.
I get what you're saying about the dill.
Wow.
And for 6 digits of spice, that's not actually that spicy.
The Bomb Evolution, 135,600 Scoville heat units. If you've watched the show, you know number 8 is where it gets really tough to get down. We at Heatonist partnered with the mad scientists Beyond Insanity to bring you this more complex, natural version that is equally potent. Careful around the eyes.
Hey, they didn't say it tastes good.
Thank God, because that's a lie. It's a lie.
It's a lie every time.
Sean Evans, I love you. Congratulations on you and Kiki Palmer kissing. Happy for you. This is not good. There's no version of this sauce that's good. My next fear, you asked, I'm afraid of the bomb. This thing has ruined me.
You guys know, like, we go through these sauces. At home, we use these sauces. I take my sauces on my box. Jimmy's got his sauces from his box, so on and so forth. And we use these sauces. I put them on my meal preps. I got a fridge full of these.
They don't get used. I even tried putting this in chili, and it ruined the flavor. This is no better. They may as well send out the little friggin' butt plug version of the bottle that they have and let us eat that, because it's not good. All right, let's just put it in our mouths. Yeah, what do you think?
My only comment is I throw this bottle away. When we're done with it, I don't keep it.
Oh, great.
I know I'm not going to use it. There's nothing that I can put it on or in.
I'm taking this with me because I do have to use it.
Go for it.
Bear mace. Cheers.
God, it's gross.
Side note, maybe we can use that to get rid of chalk ferratu. Just throw the bottle away.
Ah,
Woo!
God, that was horrible. That ruined the taste of the wing.
it does.
First sauce that made the wing taste better.
All right, post the bomb hangover. Tell me about number 9.
We got Queen Magister with Majesty. Had this one before. This particular sauce is the Sicilian Scorpion. 816,600 Scoville heat units. Scorpion peppers are notoriously some of the hottest in the world. And Queen Majesty, forever one of Sean Evans' favorite sauce makers. I agree. So you know, this release is going to stand out. Ooh, boy. It combines tear-inducing heat with Southern Italy-inspired produce. It's something Italian. I don't speak Italian. I apologize.
Tear-inducing heat with Southern Italy-inspired produce. Buon appetito. Mike, what are you afraid of?
Oh, I'm afraid of getting this moon print right here. So my gym fear, and this one is probably a little bit hard to talk about, but it is the fear of getting fat. It's the fear of taking the bulk too far. It's the fear of increasing your body fat percentage. I know that it's such a faux pas thing, and obviously not to fat shame or anything like that, but as we're working and building muscle, the number on the scale goes up, and some people get intimidated by that. And obviously, as you bulk, you need to be in a caloric excess. My fear is taking it too far and not realizing until it's too late.
Yep. We talked about that on one of our episodes last year. I got up into the 310s for War of the North 24. And that was too heavy. That's when, folks, if you're longtime listeners to the show, you know that my cholesterol briefly became a problem. My gallbladder became a problem. My fatty liver became a problem. So since losing 30 plus pounds, not a problem anymore. So I think that's a super valid fear that you can take it too far. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, I don't know if I fear the bulk as much as putting too much fat on makes it that much harder when you have to do your cut. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cheers. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
We've had it before. It's not bad.
Have we really?
Not this sauce, but Queen Majesty. They're that producer makes them.
Okay.
They're usually in that spot too.
Mike, I've hit hot sauce high.
Nirvana.
What's number?
Number 10 is The Last Dab Experience. 2,693,000 Scoville heat units. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's tradition around here to add an extra dab of this mega spicy sauce to the final wing. Guinness record-breaking Pepper X chilies make this sauce a one-of-a-kind experience and is best enjoyed with friends. 10 wings up, 10 wings down. Take a bow and hit me with that sauce.
The final fear I want to talk about today, folks, is something we should have a frank conversation on.
Yes.
Frank's Red Hot, I love you. I'm afraid of steroids. There is always the fear, the want that I want to do them. I'm afraid of what they would do to me. I'm afraid what they would do to my longevity. Not everyone can have a doctor that can guide you through PEDs, and even if you do, it's not a guarantee you're going to come out the other side of it healthy.
Agreed. I agree with that, and to piggyback onto that fear of steroids is the fear of the pervasiveness in this community, in competitions, for general use in the gym. Just the fear of like what that does basically to this community.
I agree. Don't be a fake natty. It's fine if you do it. Just be upfront and honest.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
I like where Mike went with the fear of steroids. I think the effects that it has on our weightlifting community as a whole, I think it gives false ideas of what a natural can do when you are covering up whether you're natty or not.
Cheers. I'm so high right now. Woo. Well, folks, there we are. 10 bat wings up. And probably some more bat wings down as we go back and try these.
Go back to favorites.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram for new episodes, and on YouTube and TikTok for exclusive video content that you can also now find on our other podcast platforms. For business inquiries, suggestions on future episodes, or questions on any topic, please email us at weightinwayoutpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that's weightinwayoutpodcast@gmail.com. Or direct message us on any of the social media platforms we just mentioned. We're going to go ahead and sign out, but go out there and be scarier than you were yesterday.